Crazy shit.
Yeah,
Boom! We are live on the Truman Show with the great Frank for the review of PT's book, The Peace giTa. Always an honor, a pleasure. Like it's a divine moment. And time goes so fast. Life goes so fast. It's crazy. Spinning so fast. Not the earth, but the life is spinning so fast.
Right.
That's it. We have no proof of the earth spinning.
No.
It sounds crazy a bit to think that we would be like spinning, like for what purpose exactly?
Yeah. Exactly.
Anyway, so we must slow down and take a pause sometime and reflect. It's good because often we find ourselves on the side of the majority, the thinking of the majority. So take a pause, reflect. So that's what we're going to do today with Peace giTa.
That's right.
Yeah. So Frank, I think we're going to start with a real student.
Yes.
I'll let you go on with the English and then I'll do the French for the benefit of my own benefit. And then maybe people that watch it and wants to hear the French part. So, boom, it's on you.
Sounds good. Real student. Only when the discontent with the 3D matrix and one's own state and mad society of the present gets more than one's ego is one ready to be a real student. It doesn't happen from being forced into so-called schools, wearing the school uniforms, entering buildings called universities. It happens from an urgent realization that something has to be done.
Un vrai étudiant. Seulement quand le mécontentement de son état d'être dans la matrice 3D et de la société folle du présent deviennent plus que l'ego, est un être prêt à être un vrai étudiant. Cela n'arrive pas en entrant dans des bâtiments appelés universités. Pourtant, des uniformes scolaires entrant dans des bâtiments appelés universités, portant des uniformes scolaires entrant dans des bâtiments appelés universités. Cela arrive grâce à la réalisation urgente que quelque chose doit être fait. Yeah, until you realize something must be done, that you have enough of the nonsense, you have enough of being lost at sea, but there's got to be some awareness too that you are lost at sea. If there's no awareness, like most beings in this world do not question any of their doings, okay? So they end up lost at sea, and that's the one after is questions. So that's a good way to bring it in, but that's it. We do not question our own doings. So for sure, how do you want to learn anything if you can question nothing? Like, if you can't question anything, how are you going to learn? It's by inquiring on what is a tree, what the tree is doing, the grass, the beings around you, and questioning and the stars, and I don't know, asking some question within. That's you might find answers, but the answers will come only also when the student is ready. Like, you know, there's a saying that say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Yeah.
And that's really, really true. You have to be ready. You have to be in that frequency of receiving the teaching. If you are stuck in your ego and you think you know it all, you're Mr. Know-it-all out there, because there's majority of them are Mr. and Madame Know-it-all, that they have nothing to learn, nothing. You're stuck. And it doesn't really affect me, but it affects the grand scheme of the earth. It affects the big picture. And the more of us that's going to let go of that 3D matrix and all that material stuff and the stuff that they use to scare you, to fill your ego with nonsense, the material stuff. And once you let go and you recognize that, hey, maybe that's keeping me captive from learning also, you know, because I put so much effort in maintaining all that material stuff that I end up with no time at all, because I have no time to learn now. And most people say it, oh, I have no time. Time is all we have. That's the most precious thing on earth, is your time. Don't go say you have no time.
Right. You got to make time.
Take time. Yeah,
take time. That's right.
Make and take time. Because if you don't, your life's going to go like this. Look, I know it. in their nonsense calendar. Again, I don't like to refer to this, but I'm 52, and trust me, I don't know what that number really refers to, because to me it's so ridiculous. Because it the aging, like I said, is directly related to your glycation process inside. How fast you cook, So slow down the cooking. Put the slow cooker on slow mode.
Right.
Anyway, cool, Frank. It's on you.
Yes. Yeah, real student. This is such an important P-log. I mean, there's, all of these have each of their own character and their own essence that just really hit something, strikes a chord within us if you can really kind of get to the essence of it. But this bit on being a real student, it's so important that because that's actually like how we start to advance. When we start to actually see things like through our own experience, through on our own perspective, then we can actually start to live by that, because we know, like, if we turn around the other way, we know what's happened because we've experienced either coming into a roadblock or, being deceived, and we've experienced the pain that is like, you go down this path. Well, I know that's a dead end. You go down this path. Well, I know that's going to lead to like a trap door. And so when you've actually hit the wall a few times, and you experience the limitations of life, then it starts to spark that thing within you, like, okay, like things aren't what they seem, and they're not what they tell me either. So that's where like this kind of spark of intelligence, or this questioning, or this thing starts to come alive within us. Like P says, he says, only when the discontent with a 3D matrix, one's own state, and the mad society of present. Because you see what's going on in the 3D matrix. So that's like the physical world has limitations, like P says, death, disease, decay, old age, like these kind of things. We all are going to experience that. And when you experience those limitations, it's like P said, it's not necessarily pleasant. When you start noticing this bit, getting wrinkles on my face, or my hair is turning a different color or something, you're like, wait, that wasn't there before. Or like if the season changes, or you eat some bad food or whatever, and your body has to adjust or adapt, and you get sick, like those things, it's hard to, or you get an injury or something like that,
That's really not sorry. That's really not pleasant. Like you said, your body is going to reject it and stuff. And years ago, when I was deep asleep on my snooze, there's something in Quebec here people are big on. It's called grillade. It's so bad, bro. So I got so sick with it. Oh my God.
Oh, no.
I was sick for 7 days straight with diarrhea. 7 days straight. It's pork.
Hey.
It's like thick bacon, super nasty shit. That they put that on the grill, and they grill it, and it's like super thick, and they make sandwich with it. It's so freaking nasty. I got so sick. I will remember forever that episode.
That's terrible.
So your body will let you know, definitely. But the thing is, people do not question even these episodes happening, so they keep going because they think it's normal to get sick and your body rejects something, but they eat it again. Like, they think they're not gonna get sick, or maybe your body gets used to it or something, to your grillade, or but it's very that's it. Your body will reject it eventually.
Exactly. So there's all these things, right? So you got the 3D matrix, you got your own state, because throughout life, if you try to kind of like play by the rules, you find yourself coming into these points of like either like boredom, or like depression, or like frustration and anger and stuff like that. That's just because you're trying to do the matrix and everything the way that they've shown you. You've gone to school, maybe you've gotten a degree, maybe you're just like trying to work. You work 40 hours a week or more, but you still aren't making enough. And then you're just running into this wall, right? And you're like, why why aren't things working out for me, you know? And so these pressures start to come, and then you're like, well, what am I supposed to do? And so it does these points of like feeling boxed in and feeling trapped and stuff like that does spark this thing like, okay, like he says in the end, an urgent realization that something has to be done, you know? So that's when...
If you don't feel that sense of urgency, there is a sense of urgency.
Exactly, right? So yeah, that's... I'd say that's the bit on this one. Yeah, I'm going to let you hop to the next one, or just talk for a second, because one of my kids' phones their alarm is going off, so I'm going to go turn it off.
Well, I'll take care. Look, I've done many alone, so I'm good. Just to, what Frank was saying, the urgency, the sense of urgency. If you don't, greetings, Tom Man, I know nothing. Yeah, great. But what I know something. Yeah, I always say I know nothing. Of course, it's like everything after. But I know I'm breathing and I have a heartbeat. That's all I know. The rest, we should be flexible with everything. Do not believe anything. No, but right now, I know but even saying there's a tree, there's something in front. I don't know. They call it a tree in English. But there's so many languages on earth that it's called something else. Mm-hmm. You know, the tree is only in English.
Right.
En français, c'est un arbre. In Italian, it's something else. So, who's to say that this is a tree? Like, it's just a word we put on it. Like, it's so crazy anyway. I won't start going with this. Next, questions. Questions is a good one, definitely. Yeah.
All right.
I'll let you
Questions. There are those who think that they can learn / acquire knowledge by just asking questions to whoever, wherever, and whenever. They have no idea that one has to earn the right to ask a question for the answer to have any actual lasting significance in their life and afterlife. Understanding happens only through standing under, not asking questions. They are aware that they have to do some actions just to survive in this world, but for learning, they feel all that is required is mouthing / typing a question. A funny attempt at completely eliminating the immortal and logical guru-disciple concept based upon secure foundations of humility and service. All this has happened from the myths propagated by the West to promote brattiness. One whines for an ice cream and gets it, that everyone deserves everything, and thus everyone has a right to access all the multiversal knowledge. But that would never be the case. Beings will only have access to as much knowledge as they deserve. That's why most beings here know less than 2% about the reality of this world system they put their faith in and work for, let alone the multiversal functionings.
Wow, that's big. Yeah. Anyway, question en français, question, same word, different pronunciation. So question, same. Like there's many words in French and English just the same.
Yeah,
crazy, right. Man. How those two languages are so interlinked together.
Right.
Il y a ceux qui pensent qu'ils peuvent apprendre à acquérir du savoir juste en posant des questions. À n'importe qui, n'importe où et n'importe quand. Ils n'ont pas idée qu'un être doit gagner le droit de poser une question. Pour la réponse est une réelle signification durable dans leur vie et au-delà. La compréhension under/standing n'est possible que si un être se tient en dessous, standing under, pas en posant des questions. Ils sont conscients qu'ils doivent poser des actes simplement pour survivre dans ce monde. Mais pour apprendre, ils sentent que tout ce qui est nécessaire est de communiquer dactylographier leurs interrogations. Une curieuse tentative à l'élimination complète du concept immortel et logique du gourou-disciple, basé sur des fondations d'humilité et de service. Tout cela est arrivé dû aux mythes propagés par l'Ouest pour promouvoir des états d'esprit de sale gosse. On gémit pour une glace et on l'obtient. Où tout le monde mérite tout et par conséquent, tout le monde a un droit d'accès à la connaissance universelle. Mais cela ne sera jamais le cas. Les êtres auront seulement accès à autant de connaissances qu'ils en méritent. C'est pourquoi la plupart ici en savent moins que 2% sur la réalité du système de ce monde, dans lequel ils mettent leur foi, pour lequel ils travaillent. Oubliez les fonctionnements multiversels. Like, they're so stuck into the like I said, they don't even question their own. We don't even. I should involve myself in there. We don't even question our own doings. I'm starting to to question my doings, but we're so stuck also in that that anti-life stance that we take. That's part of anything that goes against life is evil, because you have evil and live. It's the reverse of each other. So if you go against life, anti-life, it's evil. So for sure, being stuck in that matrix, you're not living. So you are evil because you go anti-life. You've been given life, but you do nothing with it. You don't even know nothing worth knowing. You're stuck, lost at sea, and you don't even want to be saved.
Right.
You want to drown. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Internally. You want to drown in nonsense. So you keep going at that nonsense constantly without ever saying it's enough. Because you're programmed that way. So unless you unplug the program, unless you really start to look around, observe, and, follow maybe the teaching of others, like, for sure, at the beginning of your journey, you better look up maybe to another man or woman that can teach you a bit of stuff. You need to learn, so someone needs to teach you, and each one teach one.
Right.
We all teach each other stuff. Sometimes you come here and you blow my mind with stuff that I haven't think about. And same for me, I'm sure.
Right.
This anti-life stance that we're in. We're all out there talking about evil, that it's the people on top, the big evil people on top. But we're all evil minions at the bottom. Wake up. You want to be blessed, be less evil. It's very simple. Be less evil. Your evil state is everything you go against life. You want me to make a list? I can start by the shoes, the rubber shoes, the plastic clothes, all that nonsense, bad food, sunglasses, everything. And you're all stuck in it, like go around. And many people are, especially the sunglasses, they just go on. Like, I'm afraid of the light. I don't want to see the light. I want to be in the dark. And some sunglasses are so dark, they're black. Like, you look at them and where are you? You're in the dark. So all this to me is anti-life is evil. So it's a pill that's hard to swallow, even for me, because I still have evil ways that I have to get rid of in order to live more. So for sure that questioning or that the answers will not come if you don't deserve it. Like, if you're not aligned with your truth, the true you inside you, which is more than a drone robot. Right now, you might buy. I don't know if you're watching this, if you're a drone robot. If you watch Truman and Frank, you might have started reflecting on the situation. So I won't go say, hey, you, but there is people out there, definitely, that are sleeping tight. and do not want to be waken up, and for that reason, because they think they know it all, and they do not need to follow the teachings of anyone, because what is another man or woman to them? Like, they're superior, they know it all. They're all narcissistic, evil minions out there to me. That's what it is.
Right.
Because anyway, it's so deep, so deep, the matrix in us. That's
Yeah.
why we must teach each other in order to make this world less evil, less evil, less anti-life altogether. Let's make it like, let's make better clothes, better food,
Yeah.
and then we're all going to be thriving on life and not anti-life.
Yes, exactly.
Boom, I'm out. That's all that thing.
Yes, questions is this is a great P-log. P hit so many points. This there are a lot of people, and if you have watched P's interviews from kind of a while back, he did a good number, a handful of interviews back in these like 2016, 17, and 18, like in these earlier years, and he's interviewed by like a lot of astrologers and people who were kind of like truthers and things like that. And he was really generous with a lot of his knowledge that he shared, but he always would come back and reemphasize, he's like, before I get too far and explain so many things that people aren't really going to be able to get, people need to start doing the basics first. People need to start taking care of their bodies. People need to start connecting with nature. People need to start becoming more natural and kind of living a life that's going to help them in the long run. Because just by P being able to tell you like all these facts or different perspectives that we might have never heard before or could never get to without him telling us, like, what is that going to do for us actually if we're not starting to implement like things that are going to be more meaningful for us each and every day? Because like P, through his the insights and everything he shares are very life-changing. But the bit he makes and he says you have to do first is start taking control over your body. That's the name of the game, in this life. And to be able to take control of the body, and it's a development, if that's the right word or not. It's
divine upment.
The divine upment, that's right, of your consciousness within this body, so that you can reflect that, okay, I do want good for myself. I do appreciate, love, and have gratitude for this body that has been granted to me, that is a gift from divine. So I want to take care of it. I want to give it good food. I want to give it the kind of fuel that it likes. I don't want to give things to it that is going to clog it up and make it break down and make it sluggish and lethargic. And like, we want to take care of this body. And so that is a reflection of care and concern, real love for the self. And our body is made up of the elements, which is part of nature. So that it's also starting to show a gratitude and a respect toward nature too, by taking care of your own body. And so like P is saying, you have to, for any answers that you're going to hear from, someone who is in a more knowledgeable situation. So if you're learning from a teacher or guru, for the things that you hear to have any more lasting impact, you have to actually start applying what you're learning from that said being, right? You can't just take all this information in and then just keep going, living your life the way you did. He says, understanding happens only through standing under. So that means being humble and saying, hey, you know what? Maybe this being is right. So maybe I should apply some of the things that he's saying and see if it works. And, how, if I apply this wisdom, this knowledge to my own body, how is that going to work out for me? And so it's through that humility and actually starting to apply what you have learned. That's when you have the right, actually, that's what P's saying. You have to earn the right to ask more questions or to be able to have access to more knowledge. When you start applying the simple things first, then the more can come as you build. You have a foundation first, and you build and you build and you build, and you start, going up.
If you climb a ladder, are you going to start by the top? You're going to start by the bottom.
Right.
So start by the bottom of the ladder. And
Mhm.
on top of the ladder, there will be answers for you that you look for and all this. But starts with the basics. Starts, Whitney Houston had a song, The Greatest Love of All. I think that was her name of her song. It's so nice. I fucking love it. My mother-in-law used to love that song. She's dead today, but she passed away. I don't like the word dead. Dead. It's fucking dead. It's a fucking stupid word.
Right.
I'm sure we don't even die. Everything is inverted. So maybe we just born at the end. They say we die.
Right.
Put it inverted. Maybe it's your birth into the
Yeah, you
stars
birth
or
into
something.
your next existence, right?
Into the next realm or next experience or
Mhm.
who knows. Anyway, I don't know about that. I'm here on Earth right now in this moment.
Right.
And I'll do something with my life in this moment. But definitely, yes, there is something. I don't know what I was saying, where I was going with this. Kind of lost it.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing with this is just like you have to apply the knowledge. Like you said,
Yeah, the ladder.
climb the ladder from the bottom first, right?
That's it. Start by the bottom and
so when
learn.
you start getting like more wisdom and more knowledge at a higher level, everything else makes sense because you've already applied those steps down below. Those, you're like, oh yeah, this makes sense because I know how everything operates that way because I've applied it and I can see that that's true. And that's when you don't have to have any like, well, is this right or is this not right? Like, he says this, but I don't know about this part. But when you start applying the simple things, you can actually start observing your own self and being like, well, actually, yeah, I've seen how people are like that, or I've seen myself be like this, and I can see that if this is true or how things work out.
And also, don't forget, it's not on your muggle timing; it's on God's timing, or
Yes.
the divine's timing, whatever word you want to use.
Right.
But it's not on your timing. So yeah, you can climb the ladder and stay stuck in the middle and say, "Oh, I don't get answers." Maybe because you're not really calm and peace. You want to receive answers too. You better be at calm and peace. Stop the chatter, the stupid chatter you have inside your brain that tells you you're not good enough and this and that and that you're insignificant here. Like, stop that chatter and install another program that you're here, you're born for greatness.
Right.
It's clear to me that anyway, all these are good. Right doit être right. I know. Bon droit doit être bon is the next one, Frank. Maybe you want to.
Yes. Right has to be right.
Right has to be right. Okay, that's the English.
That's it.
Because I have the French book here, English book here. Like, I have both. Juggling with both.
Yes. Right has to be right. To those who think that it is their right to ask questions by just the mere act of existing, LotusOcean informs them that the only right they have is to praise and serve something higher than themselves, because it is the only right thing to do.
Yeah. Le bon droit doit être bon. À ceux qui pensent qu'il est dans leur bon droit de poser des questions, juste simple fait qu'il existe, LotusOcean informe que le seul droit qu'ils ont est de louer, servir quelque chose de supérieur à eux-mêmes, car c'est la seule bonne chose à faire. What else you want to do here on Earth? Like, seriously, you want to be distracted all your life? You want to live a life of distraction? You know how much this will hurt you? All their nonsense. Like, that's why I have issues with people doing nothing with their life. You know why? Especially my children sometimes.
Right.
Because they are committing spiritual suicide right in your face.
Yeah, it's hard to watch.
Right in your face, and it's hard to watch. And I have issues. Sometimes I try to camouflage my issues and stuff because I live with them, but often... And I had that epiphany last few days, and I told Kim, I said, Kim, I know why I had problem with them wasting their time. They're committing spiritual suicide. So you want to keep doing your suicide, go ahead. Like, it's very you're gonna torture yourself all your life until you say it's enough. And it's really a torture of the subconscious, or a torture even sometimes of the conscious. Like,
Hmm.
but we're not really conscious beings,
Right.
or beings that are present.
Hmm.
So present, conscious, whatever.
Yeah.
So bring yourself in the present time.
Hmm.
That's all there is, here and now. The future doesn't really exist in the past either. Like, where is it? Where
Hmm.
is it if it exists? Because what exists is what is here, right here and now. It's the
Right.
present.
Yeah.
Once you realize that all you have is the present moment, you
Mhm.
immerse yourself in it. You
Yeah.
don't worry about the future, the past, the answers that will come. You immerse yourself in the present and you do something.
Right.
That's my opinion on. And for sure, if you're not in that right state of mind, why would someone want to teach you anything? Like,
Right.
if you're not receptive, like when you can feel the vibes of people also when you talk to them, when they're receptive. Like yesterday, I was at the bike shop, and the guy that was repairing my bike was very receptive, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll check your show, man. I'll check your music," because I
Mhm.
always show up with my music blasting the place.
Yeah.
Like, I have music on my bike all the time, so they know, hey, that's the guy with the music, the reggae music. So I pull in the shop, and he says, "Yeah, what's that music you're playing?" And so
Right.
very receptive. But there is people that can see through the veil a little bit, but the
Hmm.
veil often needs to be lifted. It's not just seeing through; you need to lift it.
Yeah.
It's good to see through them, but to see through, if you see through the veil, you're still in your evil state and stuff. Like, lift the veil, go out in life. Live. Life is to live. Life
Mm.
is to live. Life is not to be hidden. You're not supposed to be hidden,
Yeah.
whether behind sunglasses or you hide yourself in your sarcophagus home.
Mm.
Your sarcophagus,
Yeah. Sarcophagus.
sarcophagus. Got it. Sarcophagus home,
All right.
because that's really, like, we don't name things properly. That's the issue too. We
Hmm.
don't name things for what they are. Like, you're not evil, you are anti-life. That's evil is good, is good, but it's because people do not realize what really evil is
Right.
at this point.
Hmm.
I'm here to tell you.
That's so
Sonia,
true.
Frank,
Yeah.
next, or the bon droit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right has to be right.
Right
Give
has to
me
be
your
right.
yeah.
I love this thing that P is saying here. Um, that so people think they have the right to ask questions, and we hit this one in the last one. That you really only uh, earn the right to ask questions by applying the answers that you gotten in the first place. And the more that you apply that to your life, you actually are starting to divine up your own intelligence. And then you would actually have more intelligent questions to ask later. And so, like, that actually makes sense. And you start to gain access to more knowledge, to more, like P says, multiversal knowledge, and like how the things function. So you can actually start to, you know, navigate in this, journey to a higher existence, to higher realms in the long run, and to more pleasure, more bliss, more happiness. Because the more that you move toward divine, the more that all these positive, beautiful things start to unfold and
Feeling better. Feeling
feeling,
better. It's all
feeling
about
way
feeling. It's what we feel.
better. Mhm.
And the feeling is freaking galactic.
Yes, very. But I love how P points out here. He says LotusOcean informs that the only right that we as beings have is to praise and serve something higher than themselves. And what could be like? What more could you want than to be of service to real love, to real intelligence, to real like to be able to live a life in which you are starting to implement the things that are the core foundation of these divine principles, and then start to rise and move more and more into that vibration, into that reality, that is the greatest thing that anyone could ever do. And that's in the Vedic tales, like all the beings who are raised into some exaltation, and these heroes and all this kind of stuff, they were servants of divine, and they gained all this even magical powers and all these kind of things because they showed this attitude of, I will be of service to divine, like no matter what, and that takes work. That's not just going to happen just because you say so. You actually have to start implementing what that means each and every day, so it is, it starts as kind of a concept, and then you start to put it into action, and you start to put it into into your life. So
you become it. You become it at one point. When you speak something long enough, you're going to become it.
Mm-hmm.
So speak greatness, speak higher and divine, or listen to higher and divine. It's more listen than speak.
Right.
It's listen to higher and divine. Yes. There is people on this earth that have done more work than you. So,
yeah. And then he just ends it with this nice, because it's the only right thing to do. And that is true, like whenever it's the right thing to do to move towards, and you see that because, sometimes it takes the realization coming from having been away, or having found yourself at a distance from a life of love and a life of peace and harmony, and you're going away from divine, actually, right? Because whenever you're living that evil life, if you're just kind of going along with the status quo and you're doing things that are harmful to yourself, you're doing things that are anti-life, you're going away from divine, and that's where we find pain and all these hard, unpleasant things.
I'm gonna even put it more harsh, but it's in the same thing, same idea. You've never been loved, and you have never loved.
Right?
Think about it. You've never been loved, and you have never loved, because you don't know what love is. So you just go out there and pretend and repeat the word love, but you have no clue in your muggle state what love is.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it like that.
So
again, I don't need to speak much. I just need to speak a few words, and I express my thought. Yeah. So yeah, no, definitely, you're worth it to be loved, but to be loved, you have to align yourself. You want the divine to choose you, to love you, to bless you, to make your life easier, to get all that you need at the right timing. Align yourself. There was a star alignment earlier this year. I don't know where the year is exactly. I'm lost in time. There's stupid concept. Earlier, I don't. That time thing is not confusing me, but I don't like talking about it because it doesn't really exist. It's just to pay our bills. That calendar, honestly, when do I look at the calendar? I have all kinds of stuff marked on it, my bills to pay and stuff I have to order, and that's just for that. It's the calendar, it's to keep you in line with your debt and your stuff you have to pay. But there was a planet alignment, or a planet, it's a big word. There was a wandering star alignment up there, and that meant something for beings on Earth that were seeking alignment.
Yeah.
Not the only one. I'm not the Truman is not the Earth. I'm just a being on Earth. I'm just a being on Earth. I don't put myself on a pedestal because I'm on YouTube. Forget about it. I'm lost. I'm trying to find my way out of this chaos, out of this matrix, out of this programming in my head, like everyone else. But I'm starting to really pinpoint where's the issue. So maybe we finish with this one, the next one today.
Yeah.
It's because you said you have to go for 9 o'clock. So the incompleteness of the reading writing method.
Yes.
I'll let you go on with this.
The incompleteness of the reading and writing method. Those who think that they can learn something just by silent reading are under a big illusion. Learning only happens through verbal repetition. Internal for the mute, external for the rest. Repeating just as the guru or teacher has spoken. The way the guru said something was as important as what he or she said. Even this only worked if the basic requirement, praise, respect, and service to the guru, was satisfied. This was the Vedic way of teaching, employed since the beginning of time. Why? It was simply the only way that actually worked, through holistically covering all the bases. Reading and writing promoted mindlessly in today's schools and institutions has no chance of imparting any learning which can assist in soul evolution. Even those reading these scriptures will not really learn anything which they can practically instill into their lives to evolve their soul until they have the discipline to do continuous verbal repetition of the text, plus respectful service to the guru.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, praise divine.
Praise divine. That's so wonderful. Praise iron divine. Praise everything that's worth it to be praised. Let go of the evil people and everything that is anti-life. Rise and shine and
Yes.
give thanks for life. No, don't forget, it's 8:46. We both just started our day, so there's gonna be a bit of
clear my throat.
yeah. But we're here, still doing the work.
Yes.
And having fun, because
yeah,
to me that's fun. PHUN.
That's right.
PT says, boom. PT, large up PT. It's been a while I haven't seen PT. Like, it's been a while, man. I haven't had PT on the Truman show. Maybe it's time to reach out.
Hey, that's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah, maybe it's time to reach out. I have something popping in my head for him. So, I want to bring him onto that anti-life thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to bring him onto that anti-life stance that we're all in. I want to hear him on this.
Yeah.
I'm going to reach out to PT.
Yeah.
PT, you're going to hear about me. I don't know if you're there listening, but you will. I don't think I'll ever completely let go of PT. He's always...
Of course not, yeah.
Non, I can't. So, l'incomplétude de la méthode d'écriture et de lecture. Ceux qui pensent qu'ils peuvent apprendre quelque chose juste en lisant silencieusement sont sous une grande illusion. Il n'est possible d'apprendre qu'à travers la répétition verbale, interne pour le muet, externe pour le reste, en répétant exactement ce que le gourou a dit. La manière dont le gourou disait quelque chose était aussi importante que ce elle disait. Mais cela ne marchait que si la condition de base, louange, respect et service du gourou, était satisfaite. C'était la manière védique d'enseigner employée depuis la nuit des temps. Pourquoi? C'était la seule manière qui marchait réellement en couvrant entièrement toutes les bases. La lecture et l'écriture promues de manière irréfléchie dans les écoles et les institutions d'aujourd'hui n'ont aucune chance de permettre un vrai apprentissage qui peut assister l'évolution de l'âme. Mais ceux qui lisent des Écritures saintes n'apprendront pas vraiment quelque chose qu'ils peuvent inclure dans leur vie de manière pratique pour faire évoluer leur âme jusqu'à ce qu'ils aient la discipline de pratiquer la répétition verbale continue du texte et service respectueux envers le gourou. That's what we're doing here. We're repeating the text. You know how many times I've read that book out loud on the Motivation Academy channel and here, and and I'm gonna probably do it again. Maybe we'll do it again together. Like, who knows? Right. Maybe we'll go to another 2 years of nonsense timing, calendar, Babylonian, Gregorian nonsense stuff together. Anyway, that's long to explain the calendar, bro.
Right. Yeah.
So, l'incomplétude de la méthode d'écriture ou de lecture. For sure, if you do not repeat verbally, forget about it. Like
Yeah.
if you should see me out on my bike the way I yell in nature, and it's crazy. Like I go out on my bike, and that's where I do verbal repetition because I'm
That's great.
alone in a big field.
Right, right. I
I
love that.
can yell, man. I can sometimes I sing also. I sing definitely, but
Very
the
nice.
song I promote has good lyrics in it, so to me is perfect. It's
Mhm.
cheer up, cheer up, dry your tears up. It's all gonna clear up.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Because
Hey.
we all have sad days, bad days, or days that are lower, but then
Mhm.
it's time to cheer up, and the bad vibes will always pass.
Mhm.
Just also focus on the repetition, on the verbal repetition, but not verbal diarrhea. Like
Exactly.
we repeat a lot of stuff like parrot, but
Mhm.
repeat what's worth repeating. If you think really within yourself of what you're speaking in the moment,
Mhm.
maybe you're gonna realize that often it's just verbal diarrhea coming out your mouth. So make
Right.
an introspection and think before you speak. Maybe you won't speak at all.
Mhm.
That's what it is. When you start thinking before you speak, you start changing words too. You don't develop a language, you divine up a new vocabulary
Yeah.
for yourself because it doesn't vibe with you no more, those stupid words that they make you repeat. They want you to do a verbal repetition too. Hello. Hello.
Uh-huh.
L is low.
Yeah.
I know I don't need to be
They
reminded.
know that's how it works.
Yeah, yeah. But that's what they do. They want you to repeat the nonsense and the curse and the spell. And
Right.
so divine up a plan for yourself.
Mhm.
Bring new words. All this eventually is going to change your whole life because you reap what you sow.
Mm.
That's a law that will never change. That's the
Yeah.
law of nature. You reap what you sow.
Exactly.
So bring better words into your being and more I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm a bit off the topic, I think. But
Well, no, I feel like
non, to
it's on
evolve,
topic.
to evolve, to evolve, pour
Yeah.
évoluer l'âme, to evolve. Là. Like,
Uh-huh.
that's going to allow you to evolve, definitely. Frank, Sonia, before we hit the mark.
Yes, yes. I mean, I feel like it's definitely on topic because it is counter to this reading and writing method. Actually using the speech and using the words, right? Because, for instance, and that's what the Vedic thing teaches. That's what P is teaching, and so we'll just give an example really quick. So if you have something that's a pure principle, something that is true throughout time, and this is something like, for instance, that I repeat every day, that each being can only control their own actions. Beings cannot control other beings' actions. So the more that you would, for instance, repeat something like this, the more that you can understand that that's how the universe, the multiverse works. And you'll be, you can be in a scenario where you might be bothered by other people's actions, but you won't be so attached or try to control how they're going to be, or you just, hey, I can only control myself. They can only control themselves, and I can't force them to do anything. So it's up to them. And like, I can be detached to how they're going to be because I know that, it's not up to me. It's up to them. And divine's going to show them what they need to see through time, depending on how they, act.
You're teaching me something now. You see?
Yeah.
Because I always want to not control, but I let it bother me way too much. Way too much, especially when I'm on my bike. I see them dead on their bike with their sunglasses. And
Right.
why do I put so much? I talk about it here, okay, but I shouldn't put emphasis on that on outside. Like I should just be very. But I'm starting to get there, and you make me realize again, Yannick, maybe put your thoughts somewhere else. Why worry about them? Why worry about them when they can't even worry about themselves?
Right.
So yeah, you're teaching me something. Maybe it's time for me to really, instead of focusing on the muggles outside and their evil ways,
Mhm.
yeah, I can
Yeah,
put
because
my thoughts somewhere else.
we can only control ourselves, right? Like we can't. I mean,
That's great, Frank, what you told me there.
we want good things for everyone. That is part of like how we move towards love. I want good things for you, and I want good things for all beings. And so it is, like we had mentioned earlier in this talk, like it's hard to see whenever people are hurting themselves knowingly or unknowingly. Like that's very unpleasant to watch. And then it's unpleasant for us to experience ourselves when we recognize ourselves in a situation of pain that was caused by our own action, But when we come back to the thing that we know, or these principles of truth, like, hey, I can only control myself. So what does that mean? It's up to me to take the action that is going to be supportive and beneficial to my own evolution, my own divine upment, and my own, awakening. It's my responsibility. I have to do these actions. I have to feed myself well. I have to give gratitude and praise toward nature and divine for supporting this body that I'm, residing within in this life. And like P saying, like, being respectful and having like a good attitude toward the beings that you learn things from that actually are meaningful, not just like, some like 1 + 1 = 2, but something that actually you can apply to your life and transform yourself through. Because this is the kind of knowledge that is going to really move the dial, from being ignorant and asleep and, all that kind of stuff, into becoming an awakened and a being who is, able to take care of themselves and be a good example for others, and start to live that evolving vibration and way of being. It's big.
Frank, P is a great teacher, definitely. The
Yeah.
teacher. But
Yeah.
man, you are great too. Fuck's sake, man. I can't. Sometimes you blow my mind, the stuff you say here. You're such a great teacher, Frank, and I know why you do that thing with PT, and you're in the position you are as taking over like the mid-station session and all this stuff you do. You're such a great teacher, and you're so at peace and calm, and we can feel it. Okay,
Yeah.
we can feel your peace and calm, and that's big. Okay, you're all compromised, just like us.
We
We're
are.
not gonna. We all are. We all are. Okay, but we can pave a way out of this nonsense.
There's
And
work to be done.
there's work to be done. But Frank, man, you are a great teacher, and I large up, and I will always
Gratitude.
forever be grateful for your presence here, for the world to also benefit of your teachings, and there should be so much more being revolving around you, and like taking in what you have to say, because you do those mid-station session also. You don't just do the Truman Show. You're involved in all kinds of things. Involved, like you want to evolve, yeah. So you get involved when you want to evolve. So
Right.
yeah, definitely. And you're involved. You're evolving inside when you're involved in the world, not the matrix, the evil nonsense shit they have created, but the world, the hurt. So, and the people of, anyway, life is freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
Frank, I will never say thank you enough for all you bring here, and all. I'm overwhelmed. There's no words truly to express my gratitude towards you. I'm truly honest and truly real with this, that you are a great teacher, and I give thanks.
I gratitude, it means a lot, and to be able to, share and just like, cipher and vibe with what this knowledge is, this reality, this truth. I mean, it is like, to me, like I was saying earlier, it's like, what more could you want? That's like the greatest thing that we can do as beings here. I mean, we don't have to all like do the same thing, but we all have a work to do. And that if we all start focusing more time and attention to be able to do that for ourselves, I mean, the world will start to change in a good way, and so
that's great, very grateful. Large up, Tom Man. Thanks, guys. It was good watching. Oh, we're just trying to find our way, like everybody. We're not pretending to have all answers. but we know we have some kind of direction. We have a way. We have to pave a way out of this nonsense for ourselves,
Right.
and then we come and share it also. But we are in a desperate times and perilous time, and time where people needs inspiration and motivation, and the world is so rough and tough sometimes, and with all our matrix responsibilities and stuff
Mhm.
that consume a lot of our life, like work and stuff, we must take time for ourselves. We must take time to stop and calm and be at calm and peace if we ever want to receive the answers we're looking for. So definitely,
Yeah,
and it's not on your timing, it's on divine's timing.
that's
So
it.
be patient. Patient is a virtue. That's what they say. Patience is a virtue.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is, because you need to be patient, and once you not demonstrate, we're not here to demonstrate no more.
Right.
Once you show up with good, great intention, good attitude, good, not an ego thick like the wall of Berlin. Like you need to thin that ego. I'm not saying don't have any ego at all. You need something to function the muggle world,
Right.
but you don't need to put it in the forefront and make this your whole life. Like,
Right.
give thanks for life. We're out. See ya.
And the
We'll
next
be,
one.
yeah, we'll be forward again next Moon Day
That's right.
as usual. We're gonna probably be here till next June or something. The way it's going now, because
And
we're
there's
doing
always
like,
something. There's always something evolving to put our
oh,
attention on.
come on,
Whether it's
yeah,
once we cruise through here, we'll venture on to some other things
there's
that.
still all this in the English book to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So we're probably gonna be here in June.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Great show. Boom. We're out, guys. Give
Peace.
thanks for life. Give thanks for life. Be at common peace. Present in the moment. That's
Yes.
all I can say. Like, what else there is to do here? And praise higher and divine. Give thanks for life. We're
That's
out.
it.
Boom. See ya.
Yeah. Peace.
Enough.